Video Journal Week 7, Spring Semester 2015. The weather is pretty rainy today. It's not very nice. Hopefully it'll slow down before I have to go outside. Welcome again, class, and thanks everyone for clicking on the video. I have a couple questions this week from students. I won't mention your name, that's not important. I had a couple questions sent to me about the telephone calls for telephone English. Every other class, you're welcome to call me 02-2204-8660, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday. No weekends, no holidays, please. But for telephone English, it's a requirement. And so just really quickly, I want to explain how that works for the telephone English students. So if you're in my other classes, sorry, just bear with me for a minute. Telephone English, you need to call me 2 times a semester and write a report about those phone calls in the assignment area in the Kwaje Bang. Question about scheduling an appointment. You can schedule a time and reserve a time, but I'm not going to call you. I think there was maybe some misunderstanding. You need to call me. I think it's too much for me to try to call every student, especially when they don't answer or they're not happy about it. So please call me when you have a time. Between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, you don't need to make an appointment. You can just call me. The only time you need to make an appointment is when you can't call at the regular scheduled time. So, 5 to 7 p.m., call me. If you can't call during that, send me an email at aaronmar, AARONMAR, at sjcu.ac.kr, and we can schedule a time. So, one more question that I had this week. I love it when you send me questions and I can answer you on my journal. Here's one. Let's see here. Having problems listening. Some of the classes have a lot of listening to do it. I've been posting my weekly radio segment on our website. It's not for an assignment, but it's just something to listen to when you have free time. Now, there was a question about, I'm having trouble understanding one of the lectures, and the listening is too difficult. And this person had said they listened maybe 5 or 6 times, and they still were having trouble. My best advice is to move on. If you're having that much trouble with a specific lecture, I don't want you to waste too much time not getting anywhere. You're better off going to the next lecture and then trying to listen to that one. And then later you can come back. Come back to that lecture later, and maybe it will be better. A lot of times, if you have a project and you are working really hard, if you take a break for 2 days or 3 days and then come back to it, sometimes it's a lot easier. So I recommend skipping forward and working on another lecture and then coming back later. Make sure you complete that. The computer knows if you don't complete all of the lectures on time. So I think that's it for this week's questions. Just let me check to make sure that I'm not forgetting something. Please make sure that your videos are set to unsearchable, not private. If it's private, I can't see it. It's only for you. Which actually is a really good function, because after this class finishes, you can continue to do your video journals and set them to private, and you can see your own progress. So I hope that some students continue to do that. It's not the easiest thing. We're not comfortable with doing that. I'm sure many of you have never done that before, but it's very helpful. It gets you thinking and talking, and so that's great. So You don't have to address your videos to me. You're not just speaking to me, you're speaking to yourself. Consider it a recording of, like, if you were writing in the diary. Oh, today, dear diary, I went to the store and I saw my really good friend that I haven't seen since middle school, something like that. You don't have to address me in the video, whatever you feel like. A lot of you are doing a really good job. I know that it's sometimes hard to continue to do it every week. Even me, I almost forgot to make one this week. Luckily, it's only Thursday. Usually I do them on Thursday or Friday, but I think I'm going to be busy tomorrow. So I understand that sometimes it's hard to be busy, but even if it's just 1 minute, you can always find 1 minute. Everybody has a phone with a video camera, and if you don't, then I'm sure you probably have a computer, because if you don't have a computer, you can't take my class. So everyone has a computer. So just try it. I don't share it with anyone. Continue working. And for those of you that have been recording, we're at the halfway point now. You could go back and look at your week 1 and see if you've improved from week 1. And then let me know. Tell me, oh, Professor, I don't feel like I got any better. Or, oh, Professor, it looks great. I feel like I'm so much better than week 1. So let me know your feedback. And you can also submit questions through video. That's kind of fun. Submit me a video question for extra credit. I'll give you extra credit if you submit me a video question about the class. Well, actually about anything. You can ask me about anything. I prefer questions about the class. Maybe not too many personal questions I don't feel comfortable answering, but yeah, let me know. Thanks. Oh, the video is already 7 minutes. I talk too much. All right, well, thanks again for listening, and we'll see you soon.